I am Sunshine Robbie, and I'm here with my course, Wisdom Activation 369. The next session I'm going to release is about abandonment issues. So, this is a small program. We'll go through a few weeks only because, abandonment issues can be very deep wound to heal. You know, healing can be spontaneous and the shift can be instant, and you can go through that instant healing on the first module and not need it anymore. But healing can also go in stages, and wherever we are in our self-healing journey, right? Sometimes we struggle to allow the full instant healing to happen. Sometimes we're gifted with that, and that's a soul journey to experience that. But with every soul contract, okay, we are to experience healing in a certain way according to your soul contract. So this is an opportunity for you to step into a healing portal with this specific theme about abandonment issues, so that you're held, you are supported, you are, we're sharing healing codes. Everyone that we will attend, that sign up, and no matter how many groups I do, each group, there'll be a reason for each person to be there. So if you're feeling cold, it's your call. It's for you to answer. Okay. And like I said, I'd like to offer this program often enough, because sometimes we look into something, we say, this is for me, but we're not ready. And then it takes us, a few months to prepare ourselves to actually be able to be ready to sign up for something like this. But just remember, anything that you sign up, right? If you resonate to the fact that you feel that you're going to be supported, just jump on it. Just jump on it, because the support, the loving support, is what takes you to the next step. And of course, your intention and your willingness to heal and to move through your own healing. Okay. So this is a combined energy healing, EFT tapping, sharing, talking, all of course down to how you feel you want to share. But it's a safe container, it's a private group, it's not shared on any platform, and it's purely private. The group stays together on the community chat as well, so it's not blended or mixed with any other groups from any other programs. And we work together on a 24/7 pretty much support, whenever you need. In between the modules, I do offer group energy healing, so that we reinforce this portal of unconditional love. Okay. And like I said, abandonment is a huge word, and it encapsulates it. It's an umbrella term for any other type of ones that I will mention here. And if you feel that you fit into any of these, perhaps it's going to be covered. It's going to be covered in this program. So this program will run in a few weeks term. Let me have a look. And the reason it's run within a few weeks is because we have to make sure that there is time for integration. It's not healthy mentally, emotionally, on a 3D level when we're dealing with our life, work, hectic schedule, and having to book these sessions and be present and all that. So we need to have integration time, and that integration time is supported through the community chat. And through this time, you are healing, you are integrating new ways of thinking, you are integrating, releasing. Yeah, in the sessions, we do the major release of the issues. But then after that, you have to integrate with something new. You have to understand what is it, how different do you want to be in that space when you're acting a certain way because this is how you felt. But now you understand that you can feel in a different way. How is it going to present to you? And that's the integration phase. So we have 11 modules. So it will be 11 weeks program. Each module will have an integration period as well. So we are going to be together for a good, 12 weeks, 3-4 months there. If we need to extend, if we need to not deliver a module because not everyone is ready, I want to have that flexibility within the group. So expect the program to might last up to 5 to 6 months, and I'm open for that. And it doesn't mean it's going to cost anymore. It just means that we just need more time, and we need to respect that. We need to respect our inner cycles, right? Honor our cycles of healing. What I see in groups is that cycle of healing seems to synchronize. One person's cycle of healing will eventually merge with other persons, and then we'll start healing very similarly in time frame wise, even through similar issues, through different stories, and that brings so much power in a group context, right? Brings so much power into this portal of energy light, energy healing, energy love, to allow us to work through the healing with less suffering and with more continuity, congruency. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful how it happens. Okay, so if you experience these emotions or feelings, most likely you are suffering from some sort of abandonment issues, okay? And like I said, abandonment is a huge, huge word to which we have to break it down. We have to break it down to understand if what we are going through is actually abandonment. And abandonment, we seem to think it's we were completely left and separated from our family from a very young age, or we never see them again. And, that is the extreme of abandonment. But abandonment can come from, sleep training a baby to sleep through letting them cry. That can be abandonment. The heart doesn't know. The feeling of someone not being there to fulfill your needs when you need it the most, which is when you're an infant. The heart does not know the story. The heart can only know the feeling of that need not being met with love. And sometimes that need was met, but from a person that was not emotionally connected with themselves. So that need was not met with love. And that comes from that feeling. The heart feels abandoned. The heart feels left. And the coping mechanism will come according to how you perceive life, how you see life, how you were raised, how you understand your surroundings, what's available for you in your surroundings for you to create this understanding. This is how you create coping mechanism to protect your heart. And that's what abandonment is. So some behaviors comes up to show us about what really is presenting to us, so us to be able to recognize that we are suffering through abandonment, right? So if you feel left out in groups, environments, if you feel like you isolate yourself and you are the observer of a situation, everyone's engaging, everyone is playing, partying, talking, chatting, but you seem to just sit back a bit and observe. If you've been if you feel like you need to take yourself away from that situation, from whatever situation, maybe if you're triggered, maybe you feel unsure, not comfortable, in doubt, and you just remove yourself from that situation. Perhaps you went through some sort of abandonment issues in the past. If you've been sent away in the past by, a family, sometimes even going to boarding school can be a trigger or beginning of a coping mechanism for that removal of you from this core living that you were into another core living that you're going to be. That can bring some abandonment issues to be looked at. Not being heard, crying to sleep, not being seen. Usually, the youngest or the eldest of the family will go through that. The eldest will probably go through that after the siblings are born, and the youngest will probably go through that right at the beginning of their, earth experience. Not feeling understood. Perhaps you have a very different perspective way of seeing the world, of seeing things, and when you try to express yourself, you're not understood, and therefore brings that feeling of being left out, not fitting in, again, same as being left out. Emotional needs not being met, like I mentioned before. The violation of self, that's a biggie. It's not something to be talking about on live shows and things like that. It's something to be very private. Even in small groups, it's doable. It's very doable because we're all here to support each other. And that's why I like small groups, because we need to contain ourselves in love, in support, full support, and be assured that whatever your story is, there'll be someone there for you to resonate with, and for you to be assured that you're not the only one, and for you to be assured that however your story play out, right, and however you felt, it's real. Somebody else's stories, doesn't make yours any smaller or any bigger. It only validates your own story. Neglect, emotional neglect, physical neglect, parental neglect, it happens, and that causes huge survival coping mechanisms to a lifetime, isn't it? And those things can be changed, okay? You can release yourself from that. Abuse, loss, and life-threatening situation that took place when you were very young. Life-threatening accidents, believe it or not, are a huge contributor to creating coping mechanism because of abandonment. When you go through a life-threatening situation, you think you're going to lose everyone. They think they're going to lose you, but you think you're going to lose everyone. And that alone is an abandonment of self. It's a deep abandonment of self. So if you're playing out abandonment issues and you don't recognize yourself in any of those situations, think if you've had any life-threatening injury, accident to yourself in a very young age. And little behaviors that come up for you to recognize in yourself, right? Sometimes we have to, maybe listening through this, you might not recognize some of the behaviors, and then you put the video down, you go on to your life, and the next couple of days, in a couple of weeks, you start to become aware that you're doing some of these behaviors, and you go like, oh, I remember that. I'm actually doing it. But at the time when you listened, when you read it, you didn't think it was something that you did. And because it's hidden in the subconscious, and through the modules, we help bring these behaviors out in the subconscious to allow us to become aware, to then be able to see it, to then be able to acknowledge, to treat it, to release it, and integrate it. Okay. So if you find yourself doing these behaviors, most likely you are suffering from a abandonment issue. And here, this program is here to offer you that space to work with it. Turning away from the person speaking when something doesn't feel right within yourself. Walking away from a conversation, even if you are the one speaking, especially if the conversation is heated up. Walking away when you feel overwhelmed and or cannot cope. Stepping into a situation to make it stop because it's overwhelming you. Feelings of running away to make all disappear. Alienating yourself from situations, so be conscious self-sabotage for feeling left out. Cancelling events on the last minute, even though you're excited about going, but on the last minute your mood changes suddenly. Not wanting to participate or on gatherings with a lot of people, or even in small groups. In gatherings, you seem to keep yourself to yourself, more like the observer. And you remove yourself from groups every so often, and you just feel different. And wanting to be in many groups all at once, but not engaging in any of them in a deep connection to the group. So if you notice any of these behaviors, there is definitely something in the subconscious level. How we approach this course through energy healing. Okay. The energy healing will be activated. You will be activated your own energy. Your heart knows how you can heal this exactly that you need to heal. This portal is open, will be open, and will be joined by you and the group participants. We have a soul contract to be here. If you signed up, we have a soul contract to be here. And through this soul contract, we'll be sharing codes of healing. This codes of healings will assist us in knowing exactly what to do. Through the course, we're also going to develop and evolve our intuition to be able to follow that guidance of self-healing. Your heart knows what to do and how to heal. Okay? You will be supported and guided to follow that guidance with love, through the expansion of your heart. And through the expansion of your heart, this is where you're going to get the awareness, which will come through the mind process. So your mind is going to assist you in working through this, through love, through grace, through gratitude. And you'll be able to make changes on these behaviors, which then will cause shifts within yourself and how you relate to others. The shifts are going to be positive, right? The shifts are going to be positive to bring you more, evolution through yourself and expansion through yourself and your relationships. It's not going to be here to destroy relationships. This is not the base of this portal. And it's only to improve. Of course, in a relationship, everyone has a part to play. And how, depending on how much improvement you make, if people are, doing their part or not, it's for you to then discern and decide later on. But later on, you're going to be so much more evolved within your ability to use your heart chakra to speak to you and your intuition, that you'll be guided, receiving the clarity of your questions. Okay? Nothing will be done here without the clear guidance of your heart. And everything is done energetically, which then plays out on how you perceive things. And your mind and heart connection is strengthened, where you are able to trust your mind to then follow the guidance and heal and make the change within yourself. Okay? Yes, we do have EFT tapping, which is a talking therapy. We can do that. We're going to do that in group. But everything will be done through energy healing. We'll have moments to share. We'll have moments to talk. And all of those moments that we are verbalizing, speaking our truth, these are all healing moments for you and others. So this is how the group format is going to be. Very, very, very close, very personal to ourselves, very supportive. And, you know, whatever other therapies you have already alongside, it's all good. It all adds on, it all supports, it all helps. And you're going to notice synchronicities between what you are going through in this group and what's happening in the other therapies as well. So that means that there will be a synchronicity and a harmony between the two events that you are, you know, introducing into your life. So I highly encourage you to have a look at the module, which I will put the PDF link in the video for you to have a read and to have a look at the modules, how it's going to work. If you have any interest, please register your interest in the link tree so I can have, you know, a list of people. And then we're going to release the date. So I'm thinking starting actually, I have to think about the starting date, but very soon, you know, in a few weeks, we need to see numbers and see, you know, the interest and the availability of everyone. Everything will be synchronized, trust me. And have a look at the modules, what we're going to talk about. And like I said, the pace is determined by the group. So yes, we're aiming for a module a week, but we are going to take breaks to be able to allow for integration. Okay. I look so forward to being with you. I look so forward to running this group with you and to expand and release and heal. I'm going to be healing with you, and I look forward to this journey. I look forward to step into this journey, which will allow me to step into more of my authenticity, right? And this is what's going to happen. It's a self-discovery. I'm ready for self-discovery. Thank you for being here. We are Love and Light, and I'll see you soon.